They're able to improve people's attention and focus. They're able to improve how well people can perform a task. I think in one case, someone who was unable to work after the device was turned on, they were able to get a job. And that's sort of, one of the holy grails for me with Neuralink and other technologies like this is from a purely utilitarian standpoint, can we make people able to take care of themselves and their families economically again? Can we make it so someone who's fully dependent and even maybe requires a lot of caregiver resources, can we put them in a position to be fully independent, taking care of themselves, giving back to their communities? I think that's a very compelling proposition, and what motivates a lot of what I do and what a lot of the people at Neuralink are working for.
It's just a cool possibility that if you put a Neuralink in there, that the brain adapts, like the other part of the brain adapts too.
Yeah.
And integrates it. The capacity of the brain to do that is really interesting. Probably unknown to the degree to which it can do that. But you're now connecting an external thing to it, especially once it's doing stimulation. Like the biological brain and the electronic brain outside of it working together, like the possibilities there are really interesting.
Yeah.
It's still unknown, but interesting. It feels like the brain is really good at adapting to whatever.
Yeah.
But of course, it is a system that by itself is already, like everything serves a purpose. And so you don't want to mess with it too much.
Yeah. It's like, eliminating a species from an ecology. You don't know what the delicate interconnections and dependencies are. The brain is certainly a delicate, complex beast, and we don't know, every potential downstream consequence of a single change that we make.
Do you see yourself doing, so you mentioned P1 surgeries of P2, P3, P4, P5, just more and more humans?
I think, it's a certain kind of brittleness or a failure on the company's side if we need me to do all the surgeries. I think something that I would very much like to work towards is a process that is so simple and so robust on the surgery side that literally anyone could do it. We want to get away from requiring intense expertise or intense experience to have this successfully done and make it as simple and translatable as possible. I mean, I would love it if every neurosurgeon on the planet had no problem doing this. I think we're probably far from a regulatory environment that would allow people that aren't neurosurgeons to do this, but not impossible.
All right, I'll sign up for that. Did you ever anthropomorphize the robot R1? Like, do you give it a name? Do you see it as like a friend that's like working together with you?
I mean, to a certain degree, it's
or an enemy who's going to take your job.
To a certain degree, it's a complex relationship.
All the good relationships are.
It's funny when in the middle of the surgery, there's a part of it where I stand basically shoulder to shoulder with the robot. And so, if you're in the room reading the body language, it's my brother in arms there. We're working together on the same problem. Yeah, I'm not threatened by it.
Keep telling yourself that. Yeah. How have all the surgeries that you've done over the years, the people you've helped and the high stakes that you've mentioned, how has that changed your understanding of life and death?
Yeah. It gives you a very visceral sense, and this may sound trite, but it gives you a very visceral sense that death is inevitable.